Okay, now I don't want this one anymore, so I'm just going to highlight it until it go away. Close this one down. That's one way you can do a design. Oh, I also don't want the images. Tell those delete. Tell these delete. Okay. Save that one. And close that screen. Now, I was working on another one. And I discovered something. I don't think I've got it open, have I? New. Well, open. I think it was tessellation 2. Yes. Right. This was shields with little spirals in them for quilting. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be reasonably idle. I'll group them. And it wouldn't group. And the reason it wouldn't branch them. I'll just highlight. There we go. Go to edit. Branch. And all my jumps still exist. And they exist because of these. And the reason they are there is because I used a motif run line. I'm going to close that. I'm going to open new. Image. Insert. All files. And where's my shield big one gone? There he is. Okay. He is colossal. Far too big. I want my little 10,001. That's him. Set up. Work environment. Grid. And I want that up at about 12. And I want it about 12. No, it actually needs to be closer to 18. We'll try it at 16. Okay. I'm going to shrink that up. And I haven't cropped this. And he's just about spot on up there. This one is... Right, that's about the right size. Lengthwise. So I'm not going to play with that anymore. So now I'm going to blow that up. I want to do a motif of this, but I also want to include something in the top of this. And I want that to come from here. If I want it to do what I want it to do, I know that sounds Irish, then I have got to do it with the run line. Actually, that's still a wee bit big. I want it to fit as close as possible to a grid, because I need the grid lines to guide me. And we'll shunt you over onto a bit too far. Oh, come on, Dozy Dora. I'm hitting the down arrow instead of the cross arrow. Right. I need one straight edge. Well, actually, I need two. I need one across the top and one down the left-hand margin. So, okay. Left node, right node, left node. Do you know, I worked this all out in my head earlier. Come down, up, right, left node, sorry, right node, left node, right node, left node. Come down, that's about a mil up. Oh, I don't know what happened just there, but something froze. Up, up, and up. And hit enter. Right. Now I want to know what that measures from that point to that point. So I go and I pick up my tape measure. I want to blow this up in size because I need to be able to see this clearly. I click on that point. I click on that point and it tells me it's 18.3 wide. Okay, and down to that line is 16.3. What did I set my grid at? I must have set it at 16. So 18.3. That's important. Remember that for me. Get rid of that. Highlight that. Go into embroidery. Make motif. And I want it to go into tassels. I've already got one shield in there. Shield 2. Okay. Into that point. Come across to this point. Shield 2 has been created. Thank you. Click off. And now, go and pick up my motif run line. Okay, line stitch. Motif run line. There it is. Wonderful. 18.36. No, I want you at 18.3. Thank you. Okay, and just go from there right across this line, holding my control key down, plonk that one in there. There we go. Row 1. Now, branching won't work with motifs. Okay, so you've got to path back. I want to come back with a backstitch line. I love this backstitch line. I don't want to do the flags hanging down into the shield. And I'm following my previous line. I am not following the graphic. Graphic is only there as an aid in the beginning. Because if there's one thing I love about motif run line, as long as you get your spacing right, it will work accurately for you. Now, this is where I have to end this one. Then I go and I pick up normal run line, and I come up again, up to there, enter it, and I come down that one with my backstitch line, and I enter that just there until that halt. Okay, now I go and I pick up my motif run line, and I'm going to double check line stitch 18.30. Wonderful, that's exactly how I want you. And I lay my first node, I hold down control, and I come across to, somebody's not playing with me today, that point, no further. Right. And then I have to travel back along this line with that backstitch line, and that's all I have to do now for the rest of the hoop. Because I can make use of Control D. And I know everybody's not a fan of duplicating. I love it. It's far more civilized than copy and paste. I don't offset my duplicates. I just use my arrow keys. And the first two lines are a wee bit tedious, but I want this to work. Come on, go on in. Thank you. Up to that one. Oh, now my scroll is working. And I enter that. Now let's drop this down in scale. And I'm going to hide the image. And that's the start of my ribboned shields.